Please note that I'm not the best reviewer around, and this is my general opinion about Star Wars Battlefront 2, not yours. Enjoy. Welcome, everyone, and this is going to be my review of Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the Xbox. Now, just a quick note, I have played the PS2 version, I have played the PSP version, I have played the the PC version, and they are all very different, and at the same time, they are all very similar in their own little way. So, first off, as you see here, this is the basic menu layout for the PSP, the Xbox, and the PS2 version. Sadly, for some odd reason, the PC version does not have the moving backgrounds as you see here. Neither does the PSP version, but the menu layout system is very similar. Now, as you see here, as you see in the background, it shows you cutscenes from the various Star Wars movies, ranging from the Galactic Civil War to the Clone Wars and the Republic, each side containing what I just said, basically. Alright, so first off, we have single player, multiplayer, options, and split screen. Let's go through single player first. Single player basically has training for those that are new to the Star Wars Battlefront games or need to freshen up on their skills and learn the new controls from Star Wars Battlefront 1. Space overview is basically some guy talking about the new space missions that you can fly through space, shoot down enemy ships, kind of like you do in Star Fox, and basically go through taking out the various, major ship components and the organs of the ship, and basically eventually going to reach the score level. Next, we have Rise of the Empire. This is the main campaign of Star Wars Battlefront 2. It basically takes you through Mygeeto, ranging to the Rise of the Empire and then the Crush of the Rebellion on Hoth. It's very interesting, and it basically ties up all those little plot lines that everybody's been wondering about. Galactic Conquest is it's kind of like a chess game where you conquer the enemy's planets, and whoever conquers all the planets and destroys the enemy fleet wins the entire game, and you're rewarded with a cutscene. Instant action is for people that want to jump right into the game and just want to kill people and play the main game. Alright. Multiplayer. Now, as you see there, this used to have Xbox Live capabilities, but since Microsoft pulled the plug on old Xbox Live, it no longer works. But the PS2 version, the PSP, and the PC version are still going strong. Split screen. Now, the Xbox version can have up to 4 people playing at a time. The PS2 version can have 2 people. The PC doesn't have any. And the PSP version, well, it's the PSP. It's got Wi-Fi. And options is just the various options. Now, in the PS2 version, there's actually trailers for Lego Star Wars 2, Thrillville, and that Indiana Jones game that never came out. Here we have the various options, from game options all the way to the career stats to the credits. Online options is basically obsolete in this version of Star Wars Battlefront 2, but enough with that. Let's get on with the gameplay. In instant action, this is what I'm going to be starting out with. Instant action, like I said, you can mix match various maps with various sides, with various AI, a number of reinforcements, etc., etc. Basically, you dive right into the action. Fun. Here's how it works. First, you press add, then you go to any one of the maps that you want. There is an expansion pack for the Xbox version, but sadly, since Microsoft discontinued the Xbox Live, you can't get it anymore. But I know it's out there somewhere. So basically what you do, you choose your map, you choose either Conquest or Capture the Flag or all modes. I'm doing Conquest, for example. And then you choose the Clone Wars or the Galactic Civil War. Let's see, the Galactic Civil War obviously has the Empires and the Rebels, and the Clone Wars has the CIS and the Republic. I'm going to do Galactic Civil War since it's the most favorable. Now, if you want more reinforcements or if you want to adjust a few things, you go under Options. If you just want to do everything really quickly, go under Global, and here you can set the amount of AI units and set their difficulty. But if you want to go a little bit further than that, go under conquest, and this is where you can really adjust the amount of reinforcements that come. It goes all the way to 10%, all the way to about 5,000%. In the PSP version, you can go all the way to like 1,000 or something. And depending on the type, on the depending on the version of Star Wars Battlefront 2, you can adjust the reinforcements to be all the way to infinite to little to none. Like, here's what I mean. In the PC version, you can only go up to 300% of reinforcements. In the Xbox version, like I'm showing you right now, you can go up to 500%. And then in the PS2 version, it's the same thing. And in the PSP version, for some odd reason, you can go even further than that. The AI units yeah, in the PS2 and Xbox version, obviously the PSP version, you can only have 16. But if you're using the PC version, you can go all the way to 32, and it's really hell. And these are the different various modes of Star Wars Battlefront 2. Let's go under Assault really quickly. Assault is basically the main game type for the space missions. You can adjust the score limit, which is how much you have to get before you win the game. You can adjust it all the way to 1,000. You can even go further than that on the PSP version to about 300, which is the max for the PC version. And just like in Conquest and all the other game modes, you can adjust the AI units. Now, Hero is really what made this game famous. You can actually play as your favorite heroes or villains from the Star Wars universe, like Anakin, Obi-Wan, Darth Vader, the Emperor, Luke Skywalker, all those good characters. You can adjust for the heroes to be on or off. You can adjust if you want to unlock them by points, or if it's set to a timer. You can adjust how many points or how much time you have to wait before they respawn again. And you can either assign it to the random player, to the worst player that's playing in the game, or the best player. Your choice. Select your poison. Alright, so let's launch the game and let's go into the gameplay. Okay, so here's Mustafar under Galactic Civil War. I'm going to be showing you the gameplay for this. Now, this is under Conquest, and I'm only going to be doing Conquest because that's the most widely played game type here. Now, as you see, the objective here is basically like territories on Halo. Basically, what you do is capture all the command posts, and after that you win. Or, if you can't do that, you just basically kill off all the enemies, and then you automatically win the game. So, you select the command post you want to spawn at, and then you select the type of class that you want to be. You can be the standard soldier, that's not locked, hold on. Standard soldier, here's the heavy trooper, which has a rocket launcher and a pistol with trip mines. Here's your sniper. Here's your engineer, which can repair the droids that recover your health and give you ammo. Now, these two are special troopers. This one's an Imperial officer, which has a recon droid, a special blaster, and a mortar launcher. And then here's a dark trooper. They have a electric shock gun, a pistol, and a thermal detonator. It's basically like the normal soldier, except a little bit more special. Oh, and they have a jump pack too, just like the clone jet trooper. Alright, spawning as a normal stormtrooper, you start out with 250 ammo, 4 grenades, and your reticule is, depending on the setting of the mode, your reticule is either sticky or not. And as you see here, an AI unit is playing as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and they just killed me. Now, the difference between the versions that you're playing on, like the PS2 or the PSP version, like if you're playing on the PSP or the Xbox version, the AI control the heroes as well. But for some reason on the PS2 and the PC versions, the AI don't control them. Even though if you're in Galactic Conquest, they choose the leader bonus, you don't ever see them. Which really kind of pisses me off, because I like to fight the heroes once in a while. So as you see here, you have to wait until the command post turns till it turns white, and then goes all the way back up to blue. It can be horrendous. It can be boring after a while, but it's fun. As you see in the bottom there, I have the choice of playing as Anakin because I got the necessary amount of points. So choosing yes, choosing the command post, choosing Anakin, you can run around with usually 4 speed or something else. You basically with the Jedi or the hero, you got many more options than what you spawn with as a soldier. Let me show you. And with the hero, they come with their own theme song music. Like for example, Anakin has the second verse of what is it called? Battle of Heroes. I'm not sure if you can hear, but oh well. And occasionally they say a one-liner, but I really don't think they're one-liners because they kind of suck. See, there's Obi-Wan. Gonna try to kill him here. The heroes can sometimes easily be killed, or they can be really difficult depending on their setting, if they're on normal or elite. The lightsaber on the bottom is actually your health. You gotta keep killing to stay alive, basically. You have unlimited lightsaber for the attack like that. And then the second one that has an arrow on it is your force, is your lightsaber throw. And that yellow bar on the bottom means how much stamina how much stamina you have. The game's about to end, so I'll do a jump. Okay, I'm back, people. I switched as the rebels because the game ended. Now, where was I? Oh yes, on the bottom there, if you see that yellow bar, that's your stamina. The stamina is used for various types of things, like saber throw or force powers or just straight out running. Now, you're probably thinking, is this game only in third person? Well, the answer to that is no. You can actually switch to first person. On the PC, if you press the V button, you switch to first person, which kind of is cool. But if you're playing on different game systems, such as the PS2 or the PSP, the graphics kind of look shitty. Like, it's kind of neat to have a first person view, kind of like Halo or Call of Duty, but if you're like me and played Red Faction Guerrilla, you're going to love third person a lot more, because I personally miss third person shooters. In fact, they should make more of them. Let me just switch back to third person here. So this is basically some of the game. Now, let me just exit out, and I'll show you some of the space battles. Alright, so we're loading space over Tatooine. Now, the main game here is Assault. Basically, you're trying to damage the enemy's major components of their ship, or you're trying to shoot down as many enemies till you reach a certain score limit. Like it's about to show here, if it loads. And just like as if you were a normal soldier, you can actually switch to first person with the ships as well. But it really kind of sucks, so I will be the rebels. And here you can actually spawn in a number of different places, but it's really limited. As you see there, you can spawn either near in the ship or near that big gunship like the one right next to me. And you can choose between two classes. The normal pilot, they repair ships as you're flying them, and the normal marine, they have a rocket launcher that damage internal components of the ship, which I personally think is the best class out of the two. So here I am as a rebel marine. Now, this gunship is also a spawn point, and it's launching without my permission. Damn it, oh well. Basically, you can land that ship inside of their ship, and it acts as a spawn point. So, if you get killed inside of their ship, you can just use that ship. So, let me show you the enemy base. Let me just speed up and just go past everything else here. Now, flight at first, when you're trying to get used to the controls of flying, can be difficult. I remember when I first played this game, I had a hard time and I used to crash all the time. And what's really annoying about space is that there are auto turrets like everywhere around their ship, and I personally think that's a pain in the ass. Each ship has their own shields, and depending on what you're using to destroy the shields, like either normal time bombs or rocket launchers or a ship, the amount of damage you do to the shields varies. I'm not sure if that made any sense, but I'm sorry, I'm just stuttering a little bit. I'm getting confused on my own words. So as you see here, the red marks over the ship are enemies. And basically, you can shoot them, you can damage them, you can do whatever. And each ship either has 1 or 2 or 3 frigates, which you can destroy for even more points. And I just got killed again while trying to enter in. Very embarrassing, but I don't give a shit. Okay, I would have chosen the A-Wing, but it's gone. I'm going to try this one more time. I'm going to go way down here where they can't possibly get me. Let's see, if you press the X button, you can lock onto enemies, and then once you locked onto them, like so, you can shoot your proton torpedoes, and it acts as seeking missiles, which is pretty cool. Alright, here we go. And occasionally you hear the other side, you either hear your side's radio communication or their side's radio communication, depending if you're in their ships or if you're in your ships. And inside their ships, as you see here, there's the auto turret defense. It doesn't kill the auto turrets in here, which I'm about to kill. And basically what you're trying to do here is destroy 3 major components. Right here is their shield generator. And if you can tell by the sound of the shield generator, you can tell that it's damaged. And it gets much more higher, much more frequent as you damage it. So I'm just going to go here. And yes, I'll show this in another video, probably after this. Basically what you do is keep firing at the generator till it breaks. Mainly using your rockets and your grenades. And occasionally, if the enemy or you damages their internal components, the announcer guy for your team announces what happened. It does take an excruciatingly long time to destroy these things, but if you have bonuses on, it doesn't take too long at all. As you see, I'm out of ammo, so I'll just exit out and either go kill enemies, or I go to the little gonk droid here. Now these droids are your health and ammo droid. The gonk droid is your ammo, and the other one is your health. And basically you just stand by them until you have the max amount of ammo. Let's see, I'm going to wrap this review up pretty soon. I'm just going to destroy the shield generator. This game is really fun to play, and it's one of those games that gets really addicting. And after I destroy this generator, I'll show you guys Galactic Conquest. It should be in about... Ah, there it goes. Let's see, their frigate's been destroyed, and their shields have been disabled, like he said. Alright, let's get on the Galactic Conquest. Alright, I'm going to select Galactic Conquest. Now, you have 4 different modes: Birth of the Rebellion, the Confederate Uprising, Republic Sovereignty, and the Dark Reign of the Empire. Basically, this is the Rebels Galactic Conquest, this is the Confederacy Galactic Conquest, and here's the Republic, and here's the Empire. I'm personally going to choose the Republic because they're awesome. Takes a minute to load. Basically, it's kind of like chess. Whoever conquers everything wins the game. And if you press the L and R buttons, you can choose between what units to buy and what bonuses you want. Now, bonuses are basically, well, they're bonuses. You can activate them before you conquer a planet, and whichever one you activate, you can use during the game. For example, this is a garrison bonus, which when your troops deplete all the way down to 30, it gives you 30 more. Here's an auto turret, which basically puts turrets at every single one of your bases. This is a Galactic tank bonus. Basically, when you get hit, you automatically start recovering. This is an overshield. You can sabotage their weapons, and my personal favorite, leader bonus, which basically gives you the Jedi or the heroes and villains you guys all love and enjoy. Now, depending on the planet, you get a different hero or villain every time, so choose wisely. Let's see, I'm going to start off with the leader bonus, and then I'm going to get the garrison bonus. These are basically my staples for this game. And then basically, it's turn-by-turn gameplay. You go to each one of the planets, basically you move, the turn ends, or you conquer a planet, and then after that it's their turn. I'll choose the leader bonus, and then they also get bonuses too, but they have to buy them, and usually that happens when it's their turn and something happens. Now, Galactic Conquest is kind of different from instant action. I'll show you why in a couple of minutes when it loads. As you see here, nobody gets any bases. You just basically got to spread out and go conquer. And you only start with one troop, and that would be the standard soldier. And immediately off the bat, they'll announce what bonuses you have, and depending on what they are, you can use them right away. For example, I'm allowed to play as Yoda, and basically you just go out and conquer. Let me just conquer this base, and I'll wrap up this video. Let me get the other one. Depending on the map, there's different various scenes from the different various movies, which I think is pretty awesome. They really kept consistency throughout this game with tying it in with the movies and all that. And you can recognize various scenes and sounds from the movies too. So let me conquer this base and then we'll wrap up this video. And for the heroes, the attack pattern basically repeats over and over again, and sometimes gets repetitive. But it works. It really does work. And basically, if you recognize the planet from the movie and you recognize what side conquers the planet, they usually have an edge over you, basically. Alright, so let me just pause this video one more time and we'll wrap up this video. Okay, so here's my wrap up of this game. Now, this game, I have to admit, is one of the best Star Wars games and the best shooter games I've ever played ever. I mean, I bought this game like, what, 5 years ago maybe? And it still holds up to this day, and I play it like every day. I'm not even joking. I play this game every day because one, the PlayStation Network's down, but that doesn't matter. Two, it's a fun game. I mean, come on, you're conquering command posts, shooting enemies, and you get various rewards. And there's actually kind of little achievements that you get over time. And this game has very good replay value, and the graphics, they still hold up to the day. Now, depending on what game system you're playing this on, the graphics vary, but still, it's a very good game. Plus, it has John Williams' original score, and depending on what side you're on, they played the very best out of them. Oh, let me show you one more mode that I think you guys will like. Now, this has to be the best mode out of the entire game. This is a mode that has every Star Wars fan's dream in it. Basically, this is Assault under Mos Eisley, and what you get to do is that you get to choose between the heroes and the villains. Self-explanatory, and you get to basically duke it out with every other hero or villain on the field in a you just go till the score limit is reached. I personally like the villains. You get to choose your command post. There's no conquering here. It's just flat out killing. Now for the villains, you get to choose as Darth Vader, Jango Fett, Darth Maul, General Grievous, the Emperor, Anakin, Count Dooku, and Boba Fett. And let's see, And the heroes, well, you get to play as the heroes. Everybody knows them. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker. Who else is there? Princess Leia. You know, all of them. And basically, the assault mode here plays just like any other mode. You get health droids, you get ammo droids, and all the other stuff. And you get to play as various heroes and villains. And this is basically why everyone buys this game. Mainly for this mode, and this is what everyone's playing online actually, because every room I see online, either on the PS2 version or the PC version, this is what everyone's playing, other than every other mode. So yes, I give this game at least a 8 out of 10. The 2 points missing is because, one, this game has a couple of glitches, Mainly with the console versions. Like, I noticed in Coruscant when you're playing Nightfall, which is Order 66, Anakin has a glitch with his lightsaber where he can't kill anybody except for using Force. What is it? Saber throw? And then at points, this game can be kind of unfair. So, yes, this has been Xana here, and this is my review of Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I'll see you guys later.